You've been texting her nonstop, always the one to start, always keeping the chat alive. Then one day you don't. You set the phone down and pour that energy back into your own life. What happens next can be surprising and understanding. The psychology behind her reaction can reshape how you approach relationships with women. A lot of guys assume that if they go quiet, she'll just move on and forget. That's usually not the case. When attention she's used to suddenly disappears, her mind follows a pretty predictable path, one most men never see coming. First comes what psychologists call the curiosity gap. You break the pattern and her brain rushes to fill in the blanks. Why did you stop? What are you up to? Did something happen? That itch for answers keeps you on her mind more than when you were constantly available. Here's where it gets interesting. Women tend to notice shifts in relationship dynamics quickly. When you stop initiating, she clocks the change in the balance of attention. The person who was pursuing is suddenly scarce, and that triggers the scarcity principle. Give it a few days, and many women start quietly checking your socials more. She's looking for signals. Are you okay? Talking to others? Any hint about why you pulled back? That low-key sleuthing is a way to gather info without asking directly. Underneath that is loss aversion. People hate losing something they had more than they love gaining something new. When your steady attention vanishes, its value rises, and that mental switch often nudges her to reach out after weeks or even months. Plenty will casually test the waters. A random meme, a callback to something you said, a small excuse to start a chat. On the surface, it's light, but really it's a check. Are you still there without her looking needy? Here's what most men miss about no-contact phases. She starts idealizing the good moments. With no new routine or boring interactions, her memory spotlights the highlights. In hindsight, you can look better than you did when you were always around. If she took your attention for granted before your silence forces a new thought, maybe you won't always be available. That feeling triggers reactance. The more access seems limited, the more people want it. The common outcome? She reaches out with more warmth and effort. Messages get longer and more personal, and they show genuine interest in reconnecting. It isn't manipulation, it's a normal response to feeling like a positive connection might be slipping. Some will even get flirtier or suggest meeting up once you stop chasing. The shift makes her invest instead of just receiving, which often raises both her effort and her attraction. The big takeaway is the power of strategic pullback. When you're not endlessly available, people have to value your presence and participate too. That builds healthier, more balanced dynamics. Two people carrying the connection, not one. And remember, this isn't about playing games. It's about understanding how people work and building relationships where both sides show up and invest. If this breakdown helped you stop over-texting and start balancing the dynamic, drop a like and hit subscribe for more psychology-backed dating insights. Got a story about what happened when you stopped initiating? Share it in the comments. I read everyone.